So hey guys, this is my weekly report for January 26th. And first I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in the fishing industry for 30 years. And when I do these reports, I get a lot of information from local guides, also friends, and also customers. And I'm on the water as much as I can, sometimes as much as 3 or 4 times a week. So all my reports are pretty accurate. And also, if you're heading down the road on Saturday morning, you can tune in to the AM dial on 1140 on Steps Sportsman's channel. And I'm always on every week at 6:40 a.m. And if there's anything new come up or something, I'll tell you guys. So you could also listen on your way on out fishing. So let's get on with this report. So basically, with all this rain we've been having, like the Delta, I went out last week, and I went out there and I reported it was really, really, really muddy. And I haven't had a chance to get back out there. Um, Today we went to Berryessa, and the water is a little stained, but it's very fishable. The fishing wasn't red hot. We caught some bass, some spotted bass, and went out to the main lake, and the north wind was blowing, so it was a little bit tough. So I wanted to go look for the bluegill and crappie, but we never got out there. It's just too rough. When you get a north wind at Berryessa, the waves get pretty big. So I just stayed in the Narrows and caught some bass. And Don Paganelli, he's been also coming up here, and he's been catching quite a few fish in the Narrows. So one of the other things going on right now is there's still rock fishing closed. So the only thing, like if you want to go crabbing, you could go after the flounders and stuff, but basically you're just going out there for crabbing. And as soon as the wind dies down and the ocean settles a little bit, I'll probably be going out there doing that maybe a couple more times. But I see some guys been doing it, and they've been getting out there and they've been doing pretty good, because the commercial guys are limited a certain amount of pots, and they haven't been sighting any whales. So as of last Saturday, the sportsmen can use pots now. So you guys can get your pots out and go crabbing. So you can use the ones that are in closed cages, and you can fish them. But you have to have a crab validation stamp. It only costs a little over $2, but the money goes toward research and how the whales get tangled in the crab nets and that kind of stuff. So if you bring your pots out, then make sure you get that validation stamp. Other things we'll go in the bay is it's a little muddy when you get inside, and the sturgeon fishing starting to pick up pretty good in the Martinez area. They're picking them up, and they're also catching them all the way up in the river, because once you get this heavy rainstorms that come in, our rivers get kind of murky, kind of muddy, those sturgeon make their way right on up. So I know a lot of guys are fishing from Hood as far up as Knight's Landing, and they've been reporting they've been catching some fish. So it might be time to get your sturgeon gear out and hit the water. Eel is available now. It hasn't been available for quite a while, but most of the bait shops all have eel now. So I would use either eel or shrimp, and go hit the river, and you could probably hook up and catch one of them sturgeons. Make sure you got a report card. So you need a report card to go sturgeon fishing. The striper scene, a little bit tough. I reported last week, I went out, I fished the San Joaquin. It was really muddy. I couldn't see 1 inch down. I made my way over toward Mildred. I could see about 3 or 4 inches down, and no fish. I started to graph them when I got over there. The water was 49 degrees, but no bites. And then we went to southwest to Discovery Bay, and I went back into the back bay, and I found water that I could see down over 2 feet, and it was kind of greenish color, but there was no fish in there. I put my live on, started scouting around, scanning all over the place, no bait, no fish. I anticipate probably within maybe another week to get weather like this. It's a beautiful day today, and those fish will find that clear water, and the bait will get in there, and I think the fishing is just going to turn on. So keep an eye out for it. Listen for reports or kayakers or bass boat fishermen, and if they post something about Disco Bay, you might want to get out there. Other things happening around the area, a lot of the smaller lakes with all this rain we've had in the last couple of weeks, they're kind of stained and muddy, like Amador, Collins. I heard the visibility is real low, but some of the lakes, like Comanche, a friend of mine, Robert, was over there last weekend, and him and his buddy trowed for about 4 hours, and they had 10 fish up to 6 pounds. He says they're all nice rainbows, and caught them all top lining. So one of the hottest baits over there is a speedy shiner. So, watch out. That's a good place to go. Other lakes, Bullard's Bar, you can probably catch a lot of kokanee there. And I think bass, if you wanted to go bass fishing, I would probably go to Orville or Lake Shasta. I heard a little bit about crappie fishing at Clear Lake already. So the bass fishing up there is pretty decent, and also the crappie. And I'm gonna get up there this year and go crappie fishing at Clear Lake probably in the next month or so. I want to try out the live, and I'll be able to go follow them around and catch some nice fish, but I know they're already catching them there. So there's a lot going on, if you want to travel a little bit, like I said, the crappie, trout, sturgeon, stripers. If you belong to the Port of Sacramento, you can probably catch stripers in there because that stays pretty much clear. And I heard the water, they cracked the dam over there, so the little water in the turn basin is a little muddy, but the water on incoming and outgoing just shifts back and forth maybe about 3 miles. So if you keep looking, you'll find the clean water, and you'll probably find the stripers there. So that's probably about it. I think Berryessa will start turning on pretty soon because the water temperature here, I've found 53.5, which is pretty decent here. And we didn't really fish a lot for bass. We mainly came out here looking for salmon. I brought all my salmon gear, my Gitsits, and I cured the herring and everything, and grafting around all morning looking around for them, and I really couldn't find anything. The lake hasn't turned. Everywhere that I was in, probably 60 to 100 feet of water, there was fish everywhere and bait. So the lake hasn't turned over. It came up 18 feet. The launching's very easy here. They open at 6 o'clock. It's dark when they open, but the lake's in excellent shape. It's up quite a bit, and I'm sure in the next week or so, the water temperature will warm up, and I think the bass bite's really going to turn on. I don't know about the salmon here. The last couple years, it's been pretty bad here. I think mainly the lake hasn't ever turned over, and I asked a lot of people whether they think, especially the old timers, and they said they don't know, they haven't heard, they don't remember anything like this, because every year the lakes turn over. And we had such low levels in the last 2 or 3 years that something happened, and it's not happening now. I thought I might come out here and look around and find the fish up shallow and all the bait, but I was wrong, and we had a tough day. So I'm probably gonna wait maybe another week or two, and when the weather warms up, because our nights it's still in the 30s. So once our nights start getting in like 44, 45, 46 at night, days get in the upper 70s, then I'll probably come back up here and give it a try. So anyway, keep in touch. If you guys, well, another thing I want to say is, the ISC show was at Cal Expo this year was really crowded, and you guys came to my class, my seminars. I did 2 on the theater, 2 on the tank, and I appreciate you guys coming out. And I had hats, and we raffled off some hats, and and give you guys something. And I'm having a lot of the clothing that I'm going to be coming out here pretty soon, and I'll probably put it on my Alan Fong Outdoors site, where you could actually purchase them. But thanks for coming out to the show, and I appreciate you guys. giving me information. I mean, you guys were everybody was real friendly out there trying to say hi to me, and I'm sorry if I didn't talk to you because I was swamped, and I got, you know, when I get hammered like that, I gotta take care of business before pleasure. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the subscribe, and you know, try to figure out how to subscribe. A lot of you guys, you know, you're not subscribed because we have so many views and not nearly as many subscribers I would like to have, because it really helped my channel out. So thank you anyway. Leave a comment on the bottom. I'll get back with you in 2 or 3 days, and I'll see you guys next week.